was a particularly creditable effort that from Mellow Ben. T for 2, well, he thought certainly that he was down to a decent mark, but he's not the horse he was, I'm afraid, T for 2, and he's finished well beaten. But a good day it's proved to be so far for Chris Gordon and Tom Callan.
It has indeed, and they've got Ram or Will as well in the 5:15 race, which, well, it's got a chance, but more on that later because we need the result now for the 4:45. Fontwell 4:45, first number 3 Mellow Ben 4-1, and second number 5 Soupy Soups, the 7-4 favourite. All 6 ran. So just one more race to go then from that track as we reach the final races from each of our 3 afternoon venues. Don't forget as well, we have got the evening card for you at Southall, the flat card on the Fibre Sand coming up at 5:25 for the first race on the card there. But we'll just put this Fontwell result in before we forget, and then we can concentrate on Ascot for our final visit there today. And the Fontwell 4:45 result is now in our results system for you. So, Ascot 4:55. There's some great racing there today, some cracking finishes. We've had some longer distance races, of course, over 2 miles, 1.75 miles, and 1.5 miles. In contrast, though, the 4:55 is a Class 2 6 furlong contest. 30 grand, though. So not to be sniffed at, decent race then. And again, we can have a look at the betting for our final visit there. We do have a non-runner now as well. Number 9 doesn't go. Call Me Ginger is now a non-runner. So that's out. And that leaves us with a field of 10 runners at Ascot. 3-1 favourite, number 2 Ralston Scar for Kevin Ryan, who's booked Megan Nichols to ride it. That's won 3 of its last 5 starts. Lines up in good form and is 3-1. Also 3-1 is horse number 4, Mubaka, Jim Crowley, and a winner for Sheikh Hamdan earlier on today. So looking to top and tail the meeting because he had the very first winner earlier on today in the 2 o'clock Sarwar. That was her own Burrows though, but this one is trained by Sir Michael Stout, and it's having its first run in a handicap as well, making its handicap debut in, well, what you have to say is a pretty warm race to be making your handicap debut in. And the runners are now at the post. I think they're just starting to go behind and load in fact. So they will be loading in.
This event starts in 30
soon.
seconds. In 30
seconds.
Ascot
for this, the 4:55 race on the card. Let's have a further look at the betting then. A plum on 4-1 for William Haggis and Tom Markand. A plum, like Ralston Scar, is also a son of Lope de Vega, so that's sire well represented. And a plum has got winning form this term as well. Got a decent record on ground with a little bit of cut in it. Dazzling Dan is 8-1 for Pam Sly and Dave Probert. Dave Probert looking for a double in the saddle. Brought Land the Beach with a storming run to win the 2 miler earlier on this afternoon. Dave Probert, so he's looking for another winner this afternoon to cap a decent day as the runners go behind and load in. Tinto, number 3, 16-1 for Amanda Perrott and Marco Gianni. Tinto won last time out, and on his last 2 outings, it's beat 5 rivals at Yarmouth. It was only just touched off prior to that at Sandown. That was a meritorious effort. Dominus is 16-1 for Brian Meehan and David Egan. Lee Hu, now that's been back 20s down to 16-1 for David Evans and Holly Doyle. Revich is 20-1 at Lincoln Park on 25-1. They're going in pretty steadily, I have to say. So it won't be too long before we're off and away. So I guess Mubaka is the interesting one then from a handicapping point of view. See whether a mark of 96 it can do itself justice. The Great, we shall find out soon. Right, on the off though, quick look at the betting for you. 3-1 joint to Ralston Scar and Mubaka.
This event is
now
now
down to
in
7.
play.